Okay, guys, welcome to session 2 of A Day with Zenler. So, a really special one here. We have Kevin Arrow with us. He's going to tell you about what he's talking about. Kevin is he's running quite a few things at the moment. He's incredibly busy setting things up and doing a ton of different things. So, it's really good that he's got the time to come on today and tell you all about the two massive things that need to be talked about today. So, Kevin, how are you?
I'm here. I'm all good. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
I will hand over to you.
Okay,
And if you need me, just grab me.
okay, we'll do. Right, so hi everybody. David Zenler, absolutely awesome. Great session I heard was the first session, and we're not done yet. So today I wanted to take you through a couple of really big things that whether you are a free user, partner of Zenler, or whatever you may be, this is really going to be helpful for you. And a lot of these changes are going to be taking place next week. So starting on the 1st of July. Now, we've put loads of emails out about it. We've done announcements on office hours and all of that. But I thought, you know what? David said, look, should we talk about this on a day with Zenler? I thought, this is a really great opportunity to just explain what's happening, when it's happening, why it's happening, and how, as an education team, we're all here to support you and everybody else that's getting involved in Zenler going forward. Because it's really important that we don't just make a big, bold statement of, right, this is changing, and then just leave it. We need to follow that through, as we always do, with the depth of information we normally give, but also how we're helping facilitate that change. And to me, this is a really exciting time, because what's going to happen by the end of August is we're going to see many, many more course creators, people using the platform and making money from it, rather than collecting it like another piece of software that sort of dips in, dips out, but doesn't really have an impactful meaning on your daily, weekly, monthly work lives. And that's really our goal. That's what inspires us as a team, is to see you all moving forward and doing stuff. So let's start right at the beginning. As we all know, on the 1st of July, we are opening up the free trial of Zenler, the 60-day free trial of Zenler. So free accounts will become no more. So you won't be able to sign up for a free account from the 1st of July. So 1st of July, what will happen is new people will come in and they will sign up for a 60-day free trial. Now, what that gives them access to a lot of the pro features. So on a free account, it's very, very limited as to what you can do. There's lots of areas you can't use. So you can't use the blog, you can't use the live area. There's loads of restrictions in place. So what we've done is we've said, right, okay, this is not serving people in the best possible way. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the free accounts. They're all going to be gone by the end of August. We know that, we've said that, everybody's been notified. But from the 1st of July, we're opening up the free trial. So if you are a current free user, you will get a pop-up when you log in that says, do you want to opt in for the free trial? I strongly suggest you do. It won't cost you anything. Just go and opt in for it. It's an opt-in process. Okay. That will then unlock loads of new stuff for 60 days for you in your account for you to go and try. If new people come to Zenler and you've maybe recommended Zenler, or people come and find us, they'll come straight in. Their only options will be, do you want a free trial, or do you want to go straight into a paid plan? So we're hoping lots of people are going to come in on the free trial. Now, when they come in on the free trial, we are encouraging people. It's not mandatory, but it's a strong encouragement for people to come into what we are there calling the Accelerator Program. And we're running this live for people on the free trial. So if you're on a free plan and you've opted in for the free trial, you can get access to this. If people come straight in on the free trial from the 1st of July, they can opt into this as well. And there's going to be a whole sequence of emails, notifications, and all of that telling people it's going on. So David and I are going to be running the Accelerator Program live for 8 weeks. So it's a big program. But I want to explain to you what it is and how it's going to work. So let me share my screen with you. And this is only part one of what I have to share with you today, because this is super exciting stuff for me and David, you know, and Rakesh, and we've sat there and we're you know, it's just blowing our mind as to what's going on here. You know, I think in all of the years that we've done workshops, demos, and all of that, this 8 weeks is such a easy but comprehensive system we've put together for you to go from zero to earning, having a fully functional system in place that will earn you money. I don't think we've ever done this before in this way, for sure. So we're really, really hyped up about this. So we want to get the word out. We want as many people on free plans upgrading into the free trial as possible. I'm going to come on to the partners after this and tell you how you can get involved, bringing people in. So we want to spread the word about this, because those people that are starting out, that are sitting there going, look, I want to create a course, I want to create an opt-in, I don't know how to do this stuff. We're going to be holding their hand every step of the way, but not in a way that's going to overwhelm people, because sometimes you listen to it and you go, oh, that sounds really hard. I've got to put weeks of effort into just doing an opt-in, or I've got to spend a month doing a course. No, we've designed this so we've done it in micro chunks. Each one session that we run is going to have something achieved at the end of it, something tangible that you can go, I have just created that. Okay. And then we move on to the next session, which will follow on from the first session. Right, now I create that, and then I create that. And by the end of the 8 weeks, 16 live sessions, you're going to be absolutely beaming from ear to ear going, why didn't I do this before? And the foundation it will build you is going to really propel you going forward, because once the foundations are there, it's like building a house, right? If you have rubbish foundations, you try and build a wall, it falls over. Right, our foundations, which is what this is, are rock solid. They're granite, right? They're so strong. At the end of it, you'll then go back and go, right, I've now got this. I'm now ready to build my walls, right? And you're going to go on. You're going to build your next thing into this system, and it's going to be bigger, and it's going to be better, and it's going to earn more money. It's going to be more success surrounding it. David, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I just want to echo what you're saying, Kevin, because right, I'll give you guys an example, right? You need to do this, and you need to do this because if you stay on the free plan and you don't pay, you don't upgrade, right? You don't go to the pro plan, well, you get 60 days of free access to the pro plan plus access to the Accelerator program, which is what Kevin was talking about. If you don't upgrade, you don't get access to the Accelerator program, right? That's because we'll be using pro features. If you stay on your free plan, it's going to expire on the 31st of August. So why not take advantage of 2 months of pro access plus the handholding? And to tell you how powerful this program is, in the first session alone, you will have a lead generator that you can promote with a couple of paragraphs of text. We can get you we can get you up and running within 20 minutes. That's how powerful it is. Your site will be searchable. People will better go to your site, go into becoming a lead. You can warm them up and make a sale. So you can work on all of the other stuff afterwards. And that's how the program's designed. These really super, super quick wins for people that are at zero.
100%. So I'm just going to share the opt-in page for this for you. So when it does pop up and you click through, you'll get to see this, and it'll look familiar for you. So let me just share that, and then I'm going to give you a little snippet of a view as to what's happening in the Accelerator program. I'm not going to go into mass detail about what every session is, but I'm going to give you a bit more of a detailed view as to what's coming up and what's happening. So let me just share this. Hopefully you'll be able to see this, because my Zoom is being a massive pain in the backside recently. So let me turn me off. You don't need to know what I look like. Anyway, so this is the opt-in page. So this is the Accelerator program. Now, all it is you need a Zenler account to take part in this, and we are checking this. right? This is not for people that are using other platforms, or you've got websites elsewhere and you think, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to learn all this stuff and go away. No, this is for active free trial users that are coming in, so you're on a free plan, you've upgraded, you come in here. If you come directly in from the 1st of July, you come in here, right? And this is what's going to help you out. So this is what it looks like. And it's a really simple sign up. You know, you just put your name in there, your email address, and your Zenler URL. So it'll probably be something.newzenler.com at that point, right? That's what you're going to be looking for. And we'll show you exactly how you can find all of that anyway. So that's really, really easy to go and sign up for it. Now, when we talk about what's going to go on here, this starts from the 1st of July. So this program is actively open from the 1st of July. On the 2nd of July, David and I are going to be doing a live, and that live is going to be talking about what it is that you need to be able to start planning for this program. Okay, so that's the first week is settling you in, making sure that you've got access to the pro features, right? Because remember, this is a big deal for Zenler technically, right? So we're having to take you from a free plan, you're upgrading to the pro trial, and then we've got to make sure that actually you've got access to that stuff, right? You've got access to them features. So we've not fully tested it. So it goes live on the 1st. So we're not actually doing any training until the following week, because we want to make sure you can log in. We're going to make sure you've got access to the community. You've got access to all of these different bits. So David's going to share a graphic in a minute, which is beautifully designed. That's going to show you on the free trial what you actually get access to, because it's really important, because it ties in with the Accelerator program. So whilst he's finding that, because I've just literally thrown that at him and I can see his face going, you never told me that. I do love to do that. I'm just going to go through some of the things that we're going to be covering in this program, because, you know, it's when we put this together, we sat there and we thought, right, if we had 8 weeks and we needed to achieve a fully fledged marketing, sales and distribution system within Zenler that wasn't going to take up hours and hours and hours each week, right, but actually had a really great chance of earning us some money, what would that look like? And of course, that involves some marketing. Of course, it involves getting people involved. And of course, it involves creating something that earns you money. And that's what we've done. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the first couple of weeks. So the first couple of weeks, David's already mentioned it. Our very first session is going to be creating a brand new homepage on your Zenler site that's going to act as an opt-in. So it's going to become a lead generator for your business, right? That's going to be step one. Now, you might sit there and go, wow, how do I create a page in all of... You don't need to panic about that, because we've got you covered on it. We're going to go through all of that on the first session and the training. We're then going to look at how you can build a community and get you to build a community and add people in that's going to help to start promote your business from week 1, right? Now, that sounds like a lot to cover in 2 sessions in 1 week, right? It's not. Our training, we've already nailed it down. It's going to be between half an hour to an hour live. That's it. And then we're going to make it really easy, because we're going to share resources, maybe page codes and stuff like that, and show you just how to copy and paste. Suddenly, you've got this whole thing built for you, right? It's really super simple. So week 1 is really easy. You can build a community in Zenler in less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. It's that easy, right? And we're going to give you Canva templates that you can literally just click a link and it opens in your Canva. Just change a couple of words, change a color here and there. Boom, done. You haven't got to design it. You haven't got to suddenly start working out page editors and all of that stuff. We're not getting into that much detail. We're going to do the hard work and the heavy lifting for you. You're going to just implement what we ask you to implement. And that's it. So week 1 is about lead generation, creating a public community. That's it. Really, really simple. There's more to it, but we're going to go into that during that week. Week 2, and I'm not going to go past week 2, but we're going to talk about creating the activity in the community that's going to be found outside of your community, which is really important. And then we're going to talk about how we're going to get you to make your first course. really super fast, super simple, and you can do it in less than a couple of hours, right? To actually have a course ready to go to sell. So within the first 2 weeks, so the first 4 sessions out of 16 sessions, you're going to have a lead generator, you're going to have a public community with activity in it, and you're going to have something to sell. And that's just within 4 sessions. So you can see where we're going with this. Now, when you do go for this pro trial, David's going to share the thing in a minute because I think he's looking like he's got it. You're going to, at the moment on the free trial, you get massive restrictions, right? It's open for abuse, which is why we restrict stuff. So we restrict the amount of emails you can send and all of that. Now, when you upgrade from the 1st of July, or people come directly to us on the 1st of July, this is what they're going to get access to. And we're going to share this a little bit wider so people understand and they know. It's really important people understand what they get access to for those 60 days. So the 0% transaction fee, at the moment, you pay a transaction fee if you're on a free plan, right? You're allowed to build 1 site, which is fine. That's all you need. You're allowed to do 10 courses. You're not going to build more than 10 courses in 60 days. That's for sure. You're allowed 1 community, right? The new community feature, if you've not played with it because you are on a free plan, you're going to get access to that and you're going to see just how amazing that is. You're allowed to do live sessions, 25 live sessions, loads of people in it. You're allowed to do 10 marketing funnels. You're allowed 50 videos. We may adapt that. We'll see how that one goes. But at the moment, it's set at 50. You're allowed 1,000 people in. You're allowed to send 2,000 emails per month, I believe that is. We can do a custom domain. We can white label stuff. You've got access to an affiliate program. So if you want to get people into affiliate for you, you can. It's got all of the payment integrations. You've got access to the Accelerator Program, which is what I've just talked about. Remember, pro and premium users don't get access to the Accelerator Program. This is for free trial users only. You've got a couple of roles are restricted. You won't need more than that. You've got access to the blogging area, really, really powerful, which you won't have on the current free plan. You've got coupons, quizzes and surveys, assignments, all of the stuff within the membership area. And of course, Zenler AI and all of those things. So there's a lot you get access to that within those 60 days will give you more than enough to be able to be successful to get stuff selling. Now, when you upgrade to a full pro account, that stuff goes up. So you get free sites you can build. You can build 25 community. The number of emails you can send is massive, right? So that's not a pro account. It's a limited pro account, right? For you to trial it out properly. And we realized that on the Zenler free accounts, which were not time restricted, it was too restricted to you to be able to use it effectively to build a proper business in there, right? Which is why we're doing this now. And we had a lot of debate over what should be available and what shouldn't be available. You know, what could be potentially abused or not abused, but what was enough for people to get benefit from this. So the Accelerator Program works around those numbers, right? It works around 1 site, 1 community, which is why we insist on a public community when you build it, right? And around all of those things. So even getting 1,000 people in, you'll make money off of that, okay? And this is what it's focused towards. So I'm super excited about it. If you hear people talking about the Accelerator Program, you know where it's come from. Now, why are we talking about this if it's only for free users, yet we're doing this on a day with Zenler where we get lots of pro and premium users in, right? The reason is for this. Firstly, if you know you see people that are on free Zenler accounts, you need to encourage them to go and try the free trial, because otherwise their account will expire at the 31st of August. It will go. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, if you are currently on a free plan and you're nervous about paying for this software, you need to come in, do the Accelerator Program, and it will give you that at the end of that, you will make a firm decision. You will decide, yes, Zenler is going to be part of my business going forward, and I'm willing to pay for it because I've gone through this. I've got really solid foundations moving forward. Or you will say, right, I'm jumping off the fence because I'm being made to. This is not for me. I'm not going to make it a go. And unfortunately, I'm going to part ways with Zenler, right? And that's okay as well. right? What we're not looking for is apathy, which is what the free plan gives us. It gives us a lot of them, and we've looked at the numbers. A lot of people get a free plan, they throw a few things in, they'll stick some videos in to just leave them there, park them there. They're not using it for its purpose. So this is going to encourage you to either go, yes, I want to be serious about doing what I'm doing here, move forward past the 31st of August, lock that price in before the price goes up on the 1st of September, and I'm going to build a proper business in this platform. Or you're going to go, you know what, I've given it a good go. I'm now ticking it off my list. I've done everything possible, but it's not just for me, right? And you're going to let it go, and it's going to go, right? So that's the purpose behind it. So pro and premium users, don't panic. Nothing changes for you. This will not apply to you anyway, okay? Because you get access to way bigger stuff, and we do other workshops for you. And there's going to be some of those you're going to see popping up in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be talking about just for you guys. So don't worry about that. It's going to be all good. Now, that nicely leads me into the second thing that I'm working on at the moment, which is the Zenler Partner Program support. Okay, now this is really important as well because it ties in with what we've just talking about with the Accelerator Program. But before I do, I'm going to mind read, and David's going to say something about the Accelerator Program.
Ah, yes. Yeah. What I wanted to say was it's great segue as well, going into what you're going to talk about next, which is equally, in fact, is amazing because it is for everybody. So for pro and premium members as well. But it's really important that you understand that this is for pro and premium members, but of pro and premium for free members. So, but don't worry our paid members, because we are still going to put some workshops together for you, because we know it's a long time. Actually, Kevin was saying that we could be doing this for like the next 3 months. And what are we going to do about our paid members? So we were like, yeah, well, we've got to look after them. That's what we do all the time. We're still going to be running David Zenler, obviously office hours. That's weekly that Kevin runs. Get involved in that as well. You know, ask Kevin what you want as well, because we will do these things. We will put things in for you. But not only that, we want to run some mini workshops for you guys, your pro and premium. You are far above, you know, hopefully most of you are far above the Accelerator Program, okay? The Accelerator Program is geared at people that have got absolutely nothing and really haven't got a clue, you know? And that's the thing. We were talking about this as well. We were talking about some people, a lot of people that are on the free plan are purely collecting free things, you know, and they've just got probably on 100 different platforms that have offered stuff for free, and they just keep it and they don't even use it. So it's like the collection thing. We're reaching out to probably those 5% of people that are on the free plan that really want to do this. And if you don't do it now, you're crazy. I'll say that to you, because we are helping you every step of the way. Me and Kevin's time on this is thousands of dollars, okay? Thousands of dollars that Zenler is putting into us to make sure that we take you through all this stuff. So you need to take advantage of that. Or you can go off and find someone that already uses Zenler and is a course creator, and they can take you through it, and you can pay 10 grand. Okay, or you can do it for free with us, with the actual official Zenler education team. So it's really important you understand that, and that is one key thing. And I know a lot of users are going to think Kevin's going to cover this in a minute with what he's talking about, but free users that already have are already getting sign-ups through their partner link. So Kevin's going to also cover that in next part, but I just want to make it absolutely clear. Pro premium users, don't worry, we're still going to really support you, but we need to do this. We need to get a new set of people that are on the edge of becoming course creators and really want to do it, but they just don't know what to do. And that's what Kevin's put together here for you.
Yeah, 100% agree. And, you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing those people that really struggle with that focus and knowing where to start. And sometimes that's just what it is. And a program like this can just give you that structure sometimes to go, well, I'm just going to follow it and it's going to work, right? Because it works. So, yeah, I think it's going to be amazing. I'm really, really looking forward to it. But let's move on to the partner program stuff, because this applies to everybody. So when you get an account with Zenler, you can become a partner with Zenler. So a partner equals affiliate in outside world terms. Okay, so that means if you share your partner link and you invite someone in, they set up an account, like whether it's at the moment, if it's a free account or a paid account. If it's a free account, it's still affiliated to you. So if they at some point in the future join and pay, you'll get an affiliate commission. Okay. If they come directly in on a Pro Premium plan, it will come in after the 30-day initial month, because that's the refund period, and then you'll get it on the following month. So it's a really great program. At the moment, it pays out 40% commission. So if I invited my friend in, they came in, paid for a Pro plan, whether it's monthly or yearly, it doesn't matter. Then the following month, I would get 40% of what that is. Now, if they then invited one of their friends and they came and joined, they would get the 40% and I would get 5%. So that's a tier 2 commission. Okay, so that's how it works. And whether you're free, premium, pro, doesn't matter, you all get access to that program. Now, here's the really great thing about this, and it's something that we've looked at in the past and we've now revisited and we're picking up again for the next couple of months, is we've sort of let our partners just get on with it and just sort of said, well, it exists, and you know what, if you want to go and stumble around and find it and use it, then by all means go off and do it. And we thought, you know, this is a really great opportunity while we're running the Accelerator program, which is going to be for the new pro trial stuff, to be able to get people to use their affiliate links, their partner links, to get people into that program, so we can then look after them for 2 months, 8 weeks. And then if they do decide to continue with Zenler, then that person inviting them in will get that commission, that 40%, right? So we thought, this is great. Really, really good. But do people know how to be effective affiliates? And the answer is, when we've looked at the way people are behaving on there, we've got hundreds of people that have one affiliate. Hundreds of them. And we looked at it and go, you know what? They've clearly understood the concept behind it, but it's clearly stopped for some reason, because maybe they don't know how to scale that, they don't know how to do this a bit more effectively or whatever. So we've put together a training that's going to be delivered by email, and there'll be occasional live support Q&As as well in a private area, which will give you pro tips for being an affiliate. So we're giving you templates, we're giving you ideas, we're giving you scripts that you can copy and paste and put onto social graphics and all of this stuff over the course of those 60 days. So from the 1st of July going through to, I think it finishes on the 28th or 29th of August, something like that. You're going to get these tips, like not every day. So it starts off with, you get one every 3 days, and then 3 days, and then 4 days, and then 3 days. So as it goes on, I think there's 30 emails in total over the 60 days. So it's not every single day for sure. So what does that look like, and where can you find it? Now, this one we will share with you, because the link for this one we're allowed to share. The Accelerator program we're not. So let me just share my screen here. So this is the partner program. This is what it looks like. Register for free and you'll go straight into it. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to know to be able to be an effective partner. Number one, you need a Zenler account. That's it. So I would suggest, if you're on a free plan currently, on the 1st of July, you upgrade for the trial. However, if you stick on a free account, then after the 31st of August, you will have a partner account that will still exist. You will still be able to log into your Zenler and go to the affiliate, the partner area, but there will be no other access to anything else. So there'll be no courses, no emails, there'll be nothing. Like literally all you will get is you log in and it will take you to the partner program area in your Zenler account. So that's the first thing. So you need an active account on Zenler. Number one. Number two, now we're heavily promoting the Accelerator program, because on the free trial, we're taking them through live for 60 days. So we need to take advantage of that. So we are going to show you the first thing that you'll see when you sign into the partner program is there's going to be a video there. It's on YouTube as well, a video where it will show you how to create an affiliate link that takes them to the partner program. Okay, so that's how they can sign up. That's really important because we need people to go directly through that program. Now, when they sign up anyway, even if they go through the normal link, the standard link, they'll still get emails that will say, come and join the Accelerator program, right? And all of that. But if you can do it on a custom link, then that would be great as well. But that's entirely up to you how you do it. Once that starts on the 1st of July, you're just going to get emails from us, right? That's going to be predominantly the main thing. We've set up a community on the tutorial site. So log into the tutorial site with your Zenler email address and password, and then go to the community area and you'll be able to find the partner program community there. Now, you need to be a member of the program to get into the community, and we're going to do live Q&As. It's not, you can ask your questions in there, and mainly it will be done within the community, but there will be a couple of live Q&As during the course of the 60 days. It's not going to be every week, but it will be, if lots of people come in asking questions, then we might just go, right, we'll do a live tomorrow and do a Q&A session tomorrow, right? That type of thing. So it's going to be a little bit fluid on how we operate that. So the partner program is really important. It's your opportunity to earn lots of commission, lots of money. All you need is 3 people to actually sign up and pay for Zenler through your partner link for it to pay for your membership as a pro member. That's it. And you've got spare change as well. Could probably go and get a Diet Coke or a pizza or something with the rest of it, right? So, but all you need is 3. And that's it. And that pays for your membership. So if you're sitting there going, oh, I'm on the free plan, what am I going to do? Right? You can join the partner program, sign up for the partner program within your account, right? Because you have to click the button at the bottom left and go and sign up, right? Grab your link, right? And then follow this along and go, right, I'm going to become a partner. You could even do it in tandem with doing the Accelerator program. So if you've upgraded, so you're a free account holder right now, you go, right, I'm going to go and jump in this on the 1st of July Accelerator program. Boom, free trial, 60 days. Right, okay, I need to earn money in 60 days to pay for my pro membership. This now gives you 2 opportunities to do that. 1, follow the Accelerator program. Doesn't take a heap of time each week. Can make money selling your stuff. 2, join the partner program at the same time. Guess what? You can affiliate as you're learning. What did I learn in Zenler today? Blah, blah, blah. Come and join this. Send your affiliate link out. Maybe do a running commentary of what you're learning as you're going through it. Right? With your affiliate link tied to it. And then by the end of the 60 days, the partner program is going to finish. The Accelerator program is probably going to finish, or certainly that first variation of it's going to finish. And then you've got 2 bites of the cherry earning some pretty good money, right, to take you forward into the 1st of September when you need to have paid for your subscription for Pro or Premium or lose your account. So it's a really good opportunity for you to dig into it and really take the most advantage that you can of it. Now, that's a lot of information I've gone through in about 33 minutes. So I'm going to sort of leave you with it and let you just digest it. This is going to be taken out and put onto YouTube anyway, right? So you can go back and watch this, comprehend it and understand it. We're going to be doing some little promos as we go through. You're going to see stuff popping up here and there and doing all sorts of bits and pieces. But if you've got questions on this, do ask. I think I'm going to do an office hours on Monday so I can cover any final questions going on regarding any of this stuff. The main question is going to be, well, on the Accelerator program, if it starts on the 1st of July, what happens if people join on the 1st of August? Well, they can watch the replays that we've gone through. They can still join the community and they can still catch up and join us on the lives. Okay. So that just means they've got to catch up with us. They can still, it's not a cut off of the 1st. If they're not in by the 1st, they can't get in. They absolutely can. So all the way through, they can get in. But if they want the benefit of David and I being live and live Q&As, then earlier the better, because they can come in from the beginnings. But if they need to catch up because they're a couple of weeks in already, it's easy to catch up with this stuff. If you're motivated, you'll do it, right? It's not an unsurmountable task. So, and that's really important to convey that to anybody that you're encouraging to come along. Or if you're sitting there thinking, oh, this is great, I'm on a free plan, but I'm on holiday next week, right? Brilliant. Go and have your holiday. Come back 2 weeks later. You're going to have loads of energy. Join us on week 3. Catch up with the 4 videos you've got to watch. Right? Go and put them into practice. And then join us on the lives. It's easy, right? The only excuse for you to not succeed in this program is your own mindset, your own belief that you can't catch up, you can't do this. If you tell yourself that story, it will become your reality, okay? And that's the truth. If you're motivated, self-motivated to go, I am by any means necessary going to complete the Accelerator Program by the 29th of August, then we're here to help you do that. If that's your belief, we will help you make that your reality. But if you want to sit there and go, I can't, I don't have time, I'm not available, any of that, we're not here to convince you otherwise. That's your decision as a business owner and as an individual, and that's down to your motivation. But if you're motivated and you're determined and you want to make it work, you have probably the best education team possible for this type of business to help you achieve that with a really excellent program. And if by the same token you want to earn some money quicker by going through the partner program at the same time, then do it, because they're reoccurring commissions. If you bring someone in on a monthly payment to Zenler, that means as long as they're a member, you get a commission every month. If they come in on the yearly, it means you will get a commission every year until they don't pay Zenler, right? So they're reoccurring commissions and they're always paid out on the first of the month, assuming it's a banking day. So, you know, if that doesn't motivate you to move forward with this, then I think it's going to be a struggle for you, because we're here, we're motivated, we're excited, right? We're raring to go. I can't wait until next week, because although we're just getting stuff ready next week, right? I get really excited. I go a little bit hyper sometimes and I get a bit out of control, as David will attest to. We were doing some videos the other day and they went a little bit, what was it, collywobbled or whatever it's called. Yeah, a bit like, and it was like, I'm not sure we can use those, but they were really funny. But, you know, we get really excited by this stuff because we see the potential for you all and we want to be there to help you along the way. Rakesh and the management of Zenler are fully backing it. They, you know, it was a real hard decision to release that free plan. It was really difficult. It wasn't done overnight. It wasn't just a cold-hearted decision to make that. It was a real heart tugger to do that, because that was a lot of what Zenler was built on. But like any business, you've got to move forward, right? But there are some companies that will move forward and just expect you to go. And then there's Zenler. And Zenler will say, right, we've made the decision. We want you to move forward, but we ain't letting you do it on your own, right? We're here to go with you and we're going to help you along. For those that want to move forward with this, the way it's going to go and evolve, we're going to help you all the way, right? And you'll either take advantage of that or you won't. And that's totally your choice, right? But we're here. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I want to go now. I want to start, go live. Right, let's go. Because it's awesome and it's ready. It's ready to go. So yeah, so look out for it. 1st of July for you free account holders. Sign into your account. You'll see a lovely pop-up on your screen. Enroll. You have to enroll for the free trial, the 60-day free trial. If you just try and get in this program with a free account like you've got right now, you can't do it. You can't do it because you don't have access to the things we showed you on that slide. You have to go for the 60-day trial, right? Costs you nothing, right? So just do it, right? And if that's what you want, we're going to be there for you next week. David, I'm going to shut up now and let you get on with your day with Zenler. Because I've got
no, it's really good. I think it's really important that people understand that if you don't do anything about it, you will be on the free plan till the 31st of August, and then your account will disappear. Okay, so if you go on, so there's no point in not doing it. You know, if you even if you leave at the end of on the 31st, you would have had and tried out all of the pro features. The okay, so they're limited, but you still got access to them. You can still create blogs. You can see how that's going. You can really get moving. And like Kevin said, like we really put a lot of thought into this about real quick wins for you guys. What we want, our aim, is to get you something of such massive value at the end on the 31st that you go, look what I've created. I can't leave this platform. They made it so easy. It was so easy to do. What am I doing? I just need to get moving. And we'll talk to you on that, on the end of that, on the 31st. We'll talk to you about it as well. We'll tell you, we'll ask you what you've done. If, like Kevin said, you decide to sign up for it, I'm going to do it. And then you go, okay, I've forgotten about it. I don't remember that. I didn't put it in my calendar. And you don't do any of it, then you're not going to stay with us, are you? It's as simple as that, which is absolutely fine. We've got people already seeing that we're going to be turning the pro plan into paid, and they're saying goodbye. And I kind of chuckle a little bit because it's kind of like, well, if you're saying goodbye to a platform that is so rich in features for so little amount of money, and you're saying goodbye because it's your free access has gone, you're never going to be successful, in my opinion. So I'm kind of like, good luck, off you go. So it's the people that really want to do this. It's the people that want to turn it into a business, make passive income or full-time income through courses. You guys can all do it. And this has never been a better time because we've simplified the whole process down right to its bare bones. And that's why we say to you, like, if you're a pro and premium, this isn't for you. We give you bigger courses and we take you through bigger things. I wanted to make a point of that as well. I did mention in the chat, what are we doing? We're running these things, right? We know it's massive, right? You've put a load of energy and time into this, Kevin. But what are we doing for like two, potentially three months for our pro and premium members? So are we gonna, because we're gonna run some things for them, help them out? I know we're busy with this, but are we still gonna help them?
Yeah, I think one of the really important things for me is, so this year we've done so far the complete tour of Zenler, which was a 12 session training over 4 weeks. We did the workshop, the community connection workshop, which again was 12, 13 sessions that we ran over again 4 or 5 weeks. And they were really good. So I think the next training that we're going to be putting together, and we're probably going to wait until at least a couple of weeks into releasing the 60-day trial, is we're going to be looking, I think, at the live area. And looking at the live area within Zenler. So we're going to be looking at live webinars, traditional webinars, live classes, live streams, one-to-ones, the calendar bit, how all of that stuff works, how you can use it, how you set it all up, how you operate it, record, downloads, all of these things, right? Because the live area within Zenler is massive, right? It's such huge value. We know traditional courses are sort of running out of steam, right? If you just have a course with a video in it, right, people want more than that, which is why the live area is so popular, right? So many people are like, jump on live Q&As with me. Let me just do a couple of lives here and there just to help people out. Go through, do live stuff together. I know people that do EFT and they do tapping classes with people live using that area. Live webinars, still a massive way to get out extreme value, to get people to come into whatever it is you're doing, mentoring, support, all of those things. So the next workshop, I believe, is going to be focused around the entirety of the live area within Zenler. And again, it's probably going to be a big one.
Yeah, and I think we don't know, we haven't worked it out because we set these things out. We do think about what's coming up, and we were talking about this. We were saying like probably the live feature and the fact that you don't have to have a Zoom subscription with Zenler is probably the most used part of the platform. Like we got so many coaches on here, consultants, like therapists, all using lives. It's a huge part of it. Of course, we brought communities in, and we're hoping that when we release this, and it might be timed with it, that live streaming will go into the communities as well, so we can show you that as part of it. It's a huge area, so it's not going to be a short workshop series. And I know when Kevin mentioned lives, Pete, you guys that are watching this went, yeah, I could almost hear it, because it's like we get questions about that in a Facebook group all the time. How do I do this? How do I pay for this? How do I get in a course? How do I set access to this? How do I set multiple reoccurrings? All these things come into the Facebook group all the time. It's like huge. So I am super excited about lives. Technically, it's very hard, talking to Kevin about this again as well. We have to do some pre-recordings because we can't Zoom and Zoom. You know what I mean? So we have to do pre-recordings and walkthroughs of this stuff. So there's a lot of media to put together for you before we release that. And that's why Kevin's like, we'll give us a few weeks. We'll let things settle with the Accelerator program and the promotion for the partners. And then once we sort of like are just going along with it, then we can introduce that in there. But otherwise, Kevin will just fall off his chair.
We're not giving a firm date on it yet. We'll do what we normally do. We'll give you sort of 10 days-ish notice. This is when it's starting. This is what's going on, and run it like that. But we're not going to put a firm date on because we've got so much going on that we need to keep an eye on. Moving the live accounts, the free accounts into the free trial and all of that. Got to make sure it fires all the right automations, everything's working properly. Then the Accelerator program and the partner program running and all of these things, along with other stuff that's going on behind the scenes. We just got to keep our eye on all of that, make sure it's all working right. It takes a lot from the team to run any live workshop, let alone running a couple at the same time, which is what we'll ultimately be doing. And remember, with the Accelerator program, it's not a join on the 1st of July only. People can come in on the 1st of August, right? And the later they join, the less lives they'll be able to join, but they can still do the 60-day free trial from the 1st of August, which was taken through to the end of October. The end of September. That's how it works. So, so there's going to be those bits we need to keep an eye on as well, people coming in. We've already got over 100 people signed up for the Accelerator program already. We emailed out this week to the free accounts. You probably got it. If you haven't, go and have a look back through your spam filters, because we did email out to our free account holders currently saying, look, do you want to come on this? And we've got over 100 people subscribed right now to that program, and we haven't really talked about it very much. So we're expecting it to be a lot of people in there. I want to break Zoom. I want to hit our capacity of what we can have on Zoom. That's my goal for this, for people to say, I can't get on because it's full up. Sorry. That's the way that it goes sometimes, right?
Yeah, well, we've not even allowed for that. So if that happens, guys, what we'll probably do is either Rakesh will get more people onto that, or we'll have to do 2 sessions. We'll have to do 4. So let's see, right? Because like we said, we haven't really put a lot out there. As soon as that pop-up starts to appear on the 1st of July, we're expecting people to go straight across. And when they get the mail, they have access to the Accelerator program. So you'll get a whole mail sequence that's being put together as well, which is different to what you would normally have. So everything's very special. I really think that after we finished all this program with 2 huge things going on at the same time, that maybe we do a day with Zenler where we tell you kind of how we did it all. Might be quite interesting. How work was shared, what people did. I think that would be, because it's chaos behind the scenes, right? You can imagine, right? but we love it. We're sort of thinking of things all the time, and Rakesh is like, go for it. We haven't got any time to do that.
What's that meme where you see like the swan on top of the lake where it all looks elegant and lovely, and then underneath its legs are going like that? That's what it reminds me of. But
Yeah, I don't know. It's for me, it's more like someone using a shotgun and shooting people down.
But you know what? It's the way that it's always been with us at the education team. We do react to what people look for and what they want, the needs of it. When we have to juggle the needs of Zenler and the business against what the community and the users need and require. And sometimes that means we have to adapt on the fly. But you know what? That's the great thing about working with David and the rest of the team, is that we've got the experience to be able to do that. So, and you don't see us spinning our legs and falling off our chairs behind the scenes most of the time. You know,
You
so
did.
we won't talk about that. But yeah, so but most of the time you see the good stuff, right? And that's how it works with us here. We're human just like everybody else. So, but
Yeah.
anyway, look, I'm really looking forward to you guys coming in. Just look out for the communications we're putting out there, especially for you guys on the free plan. Like, look out for that pop up on the first. If you get a problem with it, if you go in and you fill it out and it doesn't work, it's straight away a support ticket into Zenler, and tell them it's not worked and you've tried to upgrade for the free trial and it hasn't worked. We're not foreseeing any problems. It has been tested, but you never know. If there's a big enough volume of people coming through, it might crash the system or something. I don't know. We don't know how many people from next week are going to be trying to access this. We've got quite a big campaign going out through some of our already established partners, but also out on socials and other things that we're doing, as well as what we're doing with our existing users. So we're sort of getting quite a lot of stuff all pulling into one place. So hopefully it'll all go smoothly, but we're on sort of hot red alert for any of you Trekkies out there. We're on red alert for next week, just to look out and see if anything falls over or if anything's not quite right as it should be. Which is why that's why we're not doing the actual live trainings next week. We want to make sure everyone's got everything they need first. And then we
Yeah, and I think you're doing some pre-stuff as well, aren't you, next week, just to go
yeah,
through a few bits. So
doing a bit
it
of
might be
stuff.
an outline session that comes up. Now, as the questions come in, Kevin, we got one from Mikhail Westrom, and say I might have missed the answer to this, but already being a pro, can I still join this program?
The answer is no. So the Accelerator program is purely for free users or people on the free trial. We're doing another workshop for pro and premium users, so don't worry about that. But this won't be relevant to pro and premium users. It's not relevant for you at all.
Yeah, I want to make that clear because what happened, right, okay, so right, because we had this last time where we offered, I think, 30 days free trial on the pro or something. There was a couple of users, right? Not many. Uh this made me laugh. They were like, well, if I jump on the pro plan, if I cancel my pro plan and I jump on the pro plan, then I can get a month's worth of not paying anything. So they went and did that. And because it's limited, they lost a load of their content and then were going screaming about it. So be really careful, right? So although you might think he's limited, Mikhail. So we showed the plan guide earlier. You've only got a certain amount of courses. So if you were to cancel your plan and then just come into this, you will lose a lot of things. Okay. So you have to be very careful. So we say this is not for existing pro and premium users. You're already getting the best deal in the world. Being part of the Accelerator program will not really help you. It's geared towards absolute beginners. We don't want pro and premium members in there. And if we see that you are pro premium, you'll be asked to leave, okay? Because it's not for you. All right. We make that really, really clear. As far as the partner program is concerned, if you mean that, Mikhail, you can go and join that because you have access to the partner program. Go into your admin dashboard, bottom left, make sure you're a partner, then sign up on the link that's in the chat and you can jump in there and Kevin will take you through that. Kevin, by the way, is solely looking after the partner program, and he's also co-hosting and set up the Accelerator program as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyone can come into the partner program. And the thing I really love about that is the fact that it's transferable. So the stuff that I show you in there and the resources we give you, you can actually adapt it if you want to for your own business as well. So if you want to get partners for your business, not just you guys going out and promoting Zenler, but you've got courses and stuff and you want to get people promoting that. The principles that I show you in there are proven principles, and you'll hook into it and you'll start to formulate your own way. And you can use it for that as well. So do with it what you want. Do nothing with it if you want. But if you do nothing, you'll get that result of nothing back. Or take bits of it, use all of it, whatever you see fit. But it's there for you to use however you want. Everything's white labeled. There's no Zenler branding on any of it. So you can literally just copy and paste text and stuff like that and go off and use it. And I've purposely kept it so there's no Zenler branding. It's not in PDFs. It's literally just pasted in, email, just copy and paste, take it out, stick it into a notepad or something to strip the code out. And you're all good to go, right? It's really, really easy. But yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kevin, for explaining all about the Accelerator program and the partners. And yeah, like I said, Kevin will be mentioning that in office hours, be doing some pop-ups and telling you more about it. Of course, you can tag him in the post in here, and he's very busy, but he might reply back to you, or I will reply back to you if you've got any questions regarding any of that stuff. Both the links are, well, the link for the partner program is in the chat. Okay. So good. Thank you, Kevin.
Office hours will be on Monday. So I'm going to do a special office hours on Monday. This is sort of a precursor to, because it's the last day of the month, just to make sure everybody's aware of some of this stuff, make sure everybody knows what's going on, you know, resharing the link for the partner program as well. Yeah, so look out for that for Monday. It'll be in the events area in Facebook. Oh my gosh, that's loud. Yeah, it'll be great. I'm looking forward to next week. I can't wait.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great fun. Thank you so much, Kevin.
No worries. Enjoy the rest of the day with Zenler.
See you later. Right. Okay, guys. So Kevin there telling you all you have to know about. Really important. That's why we put it in there. Slot, 12 o'clock slot, always popular. So we're going to carry on now. For you guys that missed the first part, I had Ness in, and Ness was talking, Ness Jones. She's a dog. She specializes in separation anxiety in dogs. We have a lot of dog trainers. We have a lot of therapists on using the platform. And this is a really good one because she come across from a Weebly site and she wanted to know how to convert it into a Zenler site. And the principles of what I'm talking about and saying here are the same for any site. So if you've got a WordPress site, you can do the same. Okay, subtle differences because you might not have the animation effects. You might have more effects inside Zenler and different effects in there because it is a different platform. You often get the question where, why can't I use it like WordPress and just migrate it to, there's a question that comes up all the time. So migration involves systems being exactly the same to each other. Now, no system is exactly the same with each other, so it becomes really hard work to do migrations. If you're going across from one WordPress site to another WordPress site, it has its technical difficulties, but you can do it because they're the same platform. So we need to build things. Yeah, we can't just drag code and drop it in. Okay, it's all, if it's dynamic coded, you won't be able to grab it across. It uses scripting in there in the code, which doesn't relate to the other site or to that site. So you have to do a build. But luckily inside Zenler is probably the easiest page builder I've ever built on, and I've built on a ton of different platforms. Okay. So because it's just so easy, it's drag and drops, why I chose Zenler in the end. And also you need to know that Zenler is updating its page builder to be even cooler. And guys, I've had a look at it. It's super, super cool. I love the responsiveness of it as well. It's all coded from the ground up. It's been in the making for a long, long time. I think 3 years now. And it's getting there. It's getting there. So read between the lines, guys. We will be going to final price launch, and Rakesh will definitely have the page builder in there. So it will be coming out this year. So read behind the lines. Even I don't know what the date is going to be finally released. There's a lot of back end work to be done on that. There's a lot of things that will come off of it as well, because it is a framework that's going in, and it's a framework that's very expandable. So there'll be lots of things coming off the back of it. So when it goes in, and it needs to be bulletproof as well. It needs to be working with existing sites. Okay, site pages. So there's a few other things. It's not just a case of like, there it is, leave that. There needs to be an integration level of that as well. So I'm going to get on. I'm going to show you what we've been doing, I'm going to just jump to my share the screen and have a look. So in part one, we designed this page. So this is Ness Jones. This is her website here. And we took the first session, we created all of this stuff for her. Okay. So we need to move on with this. So we've got that first page, but all of them are pretty much the same. Yeah. So I can grab blocks and move stuff across. So we're going to continue. Now, what I did, just as a recap, I didn't use the existing home page. I created a new page by adding page, and I've got it here. And if I go and preview that page, this is our page, right? So this is Zenler page. This is the original. This is Zenler page. Okay. So looking pretty much, in fact, looking swisher, I think, because all these blocks, if you look at this site here, it looks a bit kind of all over the place. You see what I mean? Like here, these massive long text. If we look at the Zenler version, how cool is that, you know? So looking smoother, cleaner, and that was a prerequisite that Ness gave to me. She said, I want it to be moved across to Zenler, but if you can you make it look a bit better? So there was a lot of things that we were talking about when we did it. This block here, for instance, we did as a 2-row block. And if you look on the original site, you're going to see that that block is actually here. That's one block. And this is 2 blocks here. So we made the decision to do it like this. Okay. Also, Ness chose a different typeface as well. We created a branding block when we started. So guys, if you're interested in this, watch session 1. I'm not going to recap on it all, but that's it. So we got that. That's all in position. So there are a few things to finish off. I can see right at the bottom, Ness has got her logo on here. I think that's the only thing I've got left to do. And she's got another decoder button here. So I can add this now. So I'm going to jump into our Zenler site and just start adding those final bits. Now I am working in here. So I might not better look in the chat if you're chatting, guys, but I will get to it afterwards. So a really cool thing to do here is to start to create bits and pieces. So I'm just going to drop a row in here and I'm going to click this button here and I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to start dragging it down. So if I do this, I'm hoping that as I go, this is a problem that happens. Sometimes you can't drag down to drop it into another block. So what I do, little tip, press the control key, press minus and hit it down until you can move it into the block. Then press control 0 and you've put it into position. So that's a little problem, a little workaround for how you can do these things. So I'm going to put the text in white. I'm going to put the background color of that in there. I'm going to go to alignment, center, and now I've got my lovely little button in there to match this site here. So now all I need is my logo. So I'm going to jump into here and add, and I think I'm going to put 3 columns, 1 row. I'm going to add an image and I'm going to look for the Ness Jones. There it is. Logo. I'm going to upload without crop and there it is there. And because I've put it in this little block, I can make it bigger if I want to as well. So there you go. So there we go. I've matched it to that now, roughly. And that is that done. So I've done that page. Now, some of the pages follow the same style. So because Ness is on a pro plan, we can do certain things. So for instance, this top header is mirrored in a lot of the site. So I don't want to have to recreate this or add this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it and I'm going to call it main header block. Now I'm saving this. So when I create a new page, that will be available to me. I'll be able to go into blocks, go down to custom blocks, and I'll have it there and I can get it and drag it straight into the page. So because this page has got a lot of content in it as well, I think I'm going to grab and save that page. So I'm just going to call it home content 1, okay, and save that page out. So I'm saving these little blocks and I think this one's quite unique as well. It might be reused. So I'm going to call this home content 2, okay, And then I've also got an FAQ block. I might want to reproduce this somewhere. So I'm going to put this in here. So this is my FAQ styling. And I'll put that in here as well. So I'm saving a series of blocks and really using this page as a sort of template. And then that's already contains that. So that's good. And that's it, done. So what I want to do now is I want to replace this logo in the header menu. Okay. So it's completely different menu in here, but we haven't built it yet, but I certainly want the logo in there. So I'm going to go back to the actual site and I'm going to go to branding, and where Ness has got this NJ, I'm going to upload our logo. So we have it here. Now this is on white. This is a white PNG. Because she's got a white background, I can just use a standard one like that. It looks a bit funny there, but I think it's okay. But there it is there. So what I'll do now is I'll just save it, save, and I'm going to refresh the page, just make sure that that comes in. So let's hit that refresh. There we go. So we got the logo in there now. Now, what we haven't got inside here is a fav icon, right? So a fav icon is a little icon that shows. So if we look on here, we've got this one here, but it's not showing for some reason. And I want to change this and put my own in there. And I want to put a little paw print in there. So if I go to Canva, I'm going to set a size for you. Again, you can follow, you can do this with the free plan. We're going to go create. I'm going to choose a size, custom size, and I'm going to choose a size of 512 by 512. It has to be square. And I'm going to click create new design. Now I've got, Ness sent me a high res image of the paw print, of the paw logo. I'm just trying to find it. So that's 400. I've got it on the other screen. Ah, this is the one. So this is the high res. I'm dragging that image into there. Now, I don't know if it's high res enough because I'm going to be pulling this right out and it doesn't look like it's high res enough, but it should be okay for what I need it for. So what I'll do, because I want to put two things. I want to take this, put it here, and then I want to blow that up there, and then I'm going to use the Alt key. Then I'm going to drag this in like that and like that. Oh, that very edge is gone there. Look. And then I'm going to blow it up like that. And I've got a little corner. It's not bad, but I've got a little corner there that I don't like. So I'm going to have to use a little bit of graphics with a white behind it to cover it. Is that white? It doesn't look like white. Let's go white. That's good. Okay, I'm going to take that, going to put that over the top there. Okay, so that'll give me a sort of nice fab file. Make it a bit bigger. All right, let's export that out. So save as. I'm going to download that, saving it out as a JPEG, and I'm just going to download it here. So remember, this is 512 by 512. So I've got it here. Inside here, I've got it on my, I'm going to call Nest Jones Fab. Right, and I'll just throw that on my desktop for now. Okay, jump back into the site, the branding page that we came from, and I'm going to upload it here. So I've got a little paw print in there. That's quite good, but where is it? Ah, look, file format, PNG, GIF, or ICO format. So I need to just export this out in the correct format. Let's do it as a PNG file. I don't think we've got ICO format in here. We've got GIF in here, but I'll save it as a PNG file and leave it like that. Okay, that should be good. Okay, let's do it again. Right, that should now show. So let's go in and grab, there it is, PNG. Good. And there we go. So it's appeared in there. So always make sure that you save it. And now a little icon should appear there when we refresh. It doesn't always do it on some browsers, but you get that little icon a bit. Oh, here it is. Sorry, here it's appearing here. Do you see that? That's that little icon. So you can see making it very contrasty would be better because you can't really see what that is. So I'd probably do it with a black background with a white paw on there or something like that so it shows up. But that is it. Also notice that it says separation anxiety in dogs, and that's why I named the page. If we go to the pages, that's why I named this page here separation anxiety in dogs. A common mistake is for people to leave the home page just saying home page. I see this all the time, right? So always name the page title because it appears in here. Okay, big point. And you've got that fav file in there. So I've set up the branding. I've got in the top, I've got the Ness Jones, I've got the navigation ready to go. It's already in white, so we've got it in white in here. Okay, so it's not the same length. We could make it the same length, but I'm going to suggest to Ness not to do full width like this. I don't think it looks good. I keep it like shorter like this because we can do drop downs and things. So that's this page done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to make this the home page. So at the moment, if we go to nessjones@zenler.com, what's going to happen? I'm going to close a few things down here so we can keep everything nice and clean. And so I've got nessjones.com in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the home page. So at the moment, if I go into incognito mode and we put the URL in there, a Zenler URL, then this is what you see, because this is the home page, right? So it says home page here, you see? So I want to change this now to her actual page that we just set up. So let me close that. So first thing I'm going to do is make sure that page is published. So you want to check it, have a look. Now this is not a used site yet. She's working on it, so I can publish it. If I didn't publish it, if it was a live site, I'd probably have a holding page saying I'm building my site, and I wouldn't publish this or connect it up until the end. But as it's just being worked on and she's not driving traffic to it, I could make it active now. And that's what I'm going to do. So, and it's going to be quite quickly made anyway. So you're going to see the status of this page is unpublished. You can see it here. So I'm going to go to the little icon and I'm going to turn on publish this page. I'm going to click update. So now it's a published page. So I can come down to this home page and I can unpublish it in a second. But I need to make this the home page. So I'm going to go home page. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go and look for that home page. There it is there. For both logged in and logged out users, I'm going to click save. Right. Now, if we look at her site in incognito, we're going to have that page come up. So I'm going to go to incognito, type it in there, and bang, it's there. So there we go. It's starting to look good. Okay, so go back to the pages. Now I've made this page redundant. I'm going to click the gear icon and unpublish it. So I haven't even touched the default pages that are set up by Zenler. I'm just adding my own pages and working my way through them. So the next step would be to go to something like Guardians. So in here, I have more. I've got free. There's not too much text in this page. And there's quite a lot down here. But I'm going to start us off and you get the idea. So we're going to go to Guardians first. And we're going to, just looking at the time, 12. Good, we got time. I'm going to set this page up. So I'm going to go to Add Page. And I'm going to think of a word that's going to be good to use for this. So we have it just as Guardians in here, but I want to give it something that people might type in search engines. So I will use the word Guardian. So that's going to be good. All right. So that'll get picked up better by search engine. You can see it's put the URL in there as well that's got those words, guardian, anxiety, dogs, right? Rather than just saying guardian. You'll every chance you get to take advantage of keywords or inserting keywords, you should do that. Okay. So I'm going to even publish this page, right? So I'm going to click add. And this page is not connected to anything, hasn't been submitted to search engines, but I've got my page coming up here. Now, I said to Ness, for you guys that haven't seen this, I said to Ness that she's got this lovely header in most of the pages. If we go to podcast, for instance, you've got all that header, but in some of the pages, it doesn't exist. So I want to put them in there. I want to put this header in there. So remember that I saved out the header. And if I go to blocks and I go down here, I can go, yep, I love that header. I'm going to drop that in there. And I can use this. Now, if we look at some of her pages, you're going to see that the text just goes down the bottom here like this. So I think I'm going to follow that format. And I grab the image again, look at the first video, and you can then put that image in there. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to go to my separation. So this is it here. So I have guardian, separation there, separation, that one. It was a new one. I'm going to click open to that. And we're going to have this nice thing going to the top. Now it's going to be slightly different to the other header because what I want to do is put that text into here, separation anxiety in dogs decoded with Ness Jones. So I've put it in there. I've still got the decoder. I'm going to click save. And we set up the SEO as well. I'm not going to get to that today. But now we've got something in the Guardians that looks a bit better. So I want to choose this. So finally, a program designed to give you steps in the decoding your dead dog's separation anxiety. So that's the text I'm going to use. Might be a bit long. Let's take a bit of this away. That's good. So I've got a nice block that I've put in there and I've just reused it from the other block, which is super cool. So, and that's what you can do. You keep using blocks and it saves you a lot of time going forwards. So this is just, we've got the paw, we've got 3 columns. I'm just going to add the other block now to it. So let's go to our blocks, open this up, and I've got the main copy block. I'm going to drop in here. Okay. Some of this I don't need, some of it I do. And I'm going to take some of this. Now, Ness has given me creative freedom to do a few things with this. So I'm going to make things better than what she's got there. Well, I hope I am. So I think I'll go in here and take this color to something like that. This looks nice and clean, nice and big. And now I can take this block here. Let me close that. And here I'm going to put this in. And again, she can change this a little bit. That's good. And now I have another block. So if we look back at the site, we've got 3 columns here. Yeah, 3 columns, 1 row. So we're going to be doing something with that. So I'm going to come in here now. And I'm going to drop that in. Some of this I'm going to delete out now because it's the block. Don't need all this stuff. I do have this, and I think let's just scrap it for now. All right. So in here, I'm going to put 3 columns. And I want to start adding my parts to this. So this one, I'm going to add an element. This is going to be a column in a column. Okay. And I'm going to add an element in here, and I'm going to call for the images, and I'm going to be grabbing the paw print here. upload without crop. We've got a little paw. So I want to do the same for here, 3. And the reason I'm doing that is because I've now got control to change the size of that because I've put a row inside a row. All right. That's all we're doing. It's not hard. We're just doing that. So I think that's the one there. Again, image. That's one there. That's good. And now I think if we look here, we've got this. Discovery call. I'm going to put this into the same block to save time. So I'm now going to put 100 in here, put the text in, discovery call, head to the contact page. So I'm going to make this bigger, probably 24, something like that. And this I want to make sure is about 18. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. This bit here, plus 1 column, going to duplicate this. So I try and do things at the same time so that it speeds up the production. Okay, jump back to here. So I got this. Let's take some of this, copy. It's good. And you know, because it's so simple to use, all you're doing here is you're just basically copy and pasting and changing a little bit of formatting, just working your way through the pages. You know, who said it's hard to be a web designer on Zenler? It's just so easy. So some of you guys might be watching this and going, oh, I want to pay someone to do all this work for me. But it's actually fun as well. You know, you can actually have fun with it as well. And you've got the advantage of you've done everything yourself from the ground up. So you know your site because you've worked on it. So the other thing I want to do in here quickly is to just make sure that this is vertical alignment is up so that everything matches across the board. So sometimes you might do something and everything might be out. All I suggest you do is just take a screen grab of it and put it on the Facebook group. So then say, look, guys, I can't get this to line up properly. And then you'll get a ton of people saying, oh, yeah, you need to click the row and do vertical alignment top. And they'll help you straight away. So let's preview this now and see what it looks like. So there we go. We've got something. If we look at the Nest Jones site, it's pretty much the same, yeah? So little differences, but nothing major. In fact, this looks better, I think. So that's the wrong size for starters. That's not 18. 16. Yeah, there you go. Better. Okay. Moving forward, learn more about the programs, learn more here. That's good. I think we've got a button somewhere. Got a button here. Going to clone that button, drag that button down here somewhere, and that will go down the bottom. It's great. Zenler just put it anywhere you like. And then center this so it's right aligned. I'm going to center align it. Just going to change that background color and the text color. Become a decoder. Learn more here. So I don't even worry about connecting up my buttons because I just want all my pages in. Then I'm going to go back through the pages and connect them to the right pages. So you don't have to worry. You can just go back over it and just do those things. So learn more here. Let's go and change this. Okay, something like that. I definitely want that here duplicated because I'm going to be using it. So I'll put it down here and jump back in here. We got here, learn about my programs, and learn about my programs. Open this up. Maybe add a little bit of spacing there to push that button away. Click save. And we got another block here. So this is quite good. So to get this color, what you can do is right hand click in Chrome, go to inspect. I'm going to select the block. And that's my color there. You can see it. Yep. So that's going to give me that block. So I need to add a block now to this. So I'm going to add a new block. I've actually got one here. If you haven't got one, let me just do this. If you haven't got a block in there, you need to go up to blocks. You need to close these panel up, go to empty block and drag that down, and then you'll have your block. Okay. So I want to color this color. So I'm going to go into background colors and I'm going to put that color in there. And Yness Jones, I'm actually going to take all this stuff so that I don't have to mess around. I'm going to take this, put that into here. I need to add a row first. You can't put elements inside a block unless you've got a row in there. So in there, I'm going to paste that in there. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to add a text block. I'm going to paste that. I'm going to make this 18. That's the size I've got, that I've been given. And I want to make this text white. In here, in here. And I'm going to move it all up a bit more here. Just going to check that a bit closer. Let me just have a look at what we've got here. So there's a bit of a gap, and then we've got a button. Might put a bit of spacing left and right in here. No, that's not good. Just checking, that's on 2 lines. So to get those 2 lines, pretty easy. I could leave it like this. I think it's good. But if I want to get those 2 lines, I can hit the plus and use the third. And then I can go in here, drop these in here. And now I have this control to make these bigger like that. Yeah. So now I don't need that block. I'm going to delete it out. So I love Zenler because you have this ability to be able to just move stuff around really quickly. And finally, we've got a little button. So I'm going to take that button, clone it, drag it down there, put it into the right colors. That's good. And I want to see what that says. Your coach. So it's a light gray. So I'm going to change that to a light gray, something like that. Have the text in black. Come in here. Your coach. Again, this is this button. These can all be linked up later. And again, if you want to add a bit of spacing, you can add it in there. So now I've got something a little bit like that. Then we've got these again. So quite a few. I've got one. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm just thinking now, maybe it's better to have them, rather than have a line of text like this, have them in a row, in a column, different columns. But for the sake of speed, I'm just going to keep it as it is because it's pretty simple. This foot, this paw print is different size to this. I can see that. And also we got the paw print above, and then it says something, and that one, it kind of sits on its own for a new block. So I'd probably get rid of that one. Just little things. So let's go and do that. Right, so learn more. So what I'll do, I think, that, okay, let's just build it. So empty block in the bottom. I'm going to add a 3 in here. I'm going to add a 3 in here. The reason I'm doing this is I don't want that paw to be too big. So I'm adding it. There's one. So I put a row in a row of 3, and that way I've got control over this size. And now I want to put one row here. Oops, sorry. A little bit fiddly, this. That's good. All right. Just save that. All right, let's grab this. Let's duplicate and grab this. And you're not seeing it because the color is different. So I've got this gray inside there. Okay, 18, that's it there. Good, so I've got that block with that text and then there. So I'm going to now start to build this, and then I'm going to duplicate. So once you get the initial thing done, it's really quick because we can start to build, we can start to clone, and that's going to save us a lot of time. Okay, so now clone it. There it goes, it's appeared underneath. I can grab this bit. Jumping back to here. Clone this one. Got the decoder. Oh, that's a different piece here. So I've got a button going in here. I'd probably put the button at the bottom of this. Button, no problem. You probably know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to clone it. It's good. So I'm going to take this button. I'm going to clone the button. And I'm going to start to just move it around. So I'm just throwing it wherever, because all I want to do is put it down the bottom. So I'm just moving it like this. There we go. Just change that color. And it says become a decoder. Okay, let's save that. Okay, then we got this bit. So sign me up, sign me up. That's 2 columns there. So I'm going to create 1 row for this lot. Then I'm going to create 2 columns, but I'm going to put these 2 columns 1 row inside a 3 column 1 row, just so I've got control left and right to drag things in. So when you're looking at these sites, just think of it like a grid. Okay, that's how you're going to work with it. So this is the first bit of that block. So I'm going to go in here now, and I'm actually going to create a new block, just because I see it as a kind of separate area. That's why. All right. So let's go and drag this. Got to put a row in here. Remember, one row for the first one. Drop that in there. And I'm going to clone this, and then I can copy the content across in a second. Okay. So this is the first bit of content. So I think we're going to be round about 3 hours into this, and we're already starting to develop this and make it look pretty much like the Weebly site. So it can be super, super quick to do this stuff. And you want it to be a little bit better as well. So the background color, I'm going to put into a slight gray, just so there's a big split between the two. If you want to, you can do the pour above there as well. I'm going to leave it off for this one. But now I want to do these blocks. I want to add these blocks in. So down here, I'm going to go and I'm going to add 2 columns. And that's the size. So that's what I want to stick with. I'm going to right hand click. I'm going to save the image as. I'm going to save it in here. I'm going to now add this as an image. So I'm going in image. I'm going to upload that image. There it is. Without crop. That's one done. So I'm going to do the same for the other. Right hand click, save image as, here. Go in here, go image. And there we go. I want them to be on the top. So I'm clicking in here. Okay. And we got sign me up, sign me up. So let's go and grab this. Let's go and move this into position. So I'm going to use my little trick. Oh, I moved 2. Let's press Control Z to go back. Ooh. Okay. Something. Breaking it. Control minus on the keyboard to zoom out. I'm going to select this and I'm going to move it. Duplicate. Put it in here. Duplicate. Put it in here. Sign up here. Copy. Like that. Okay. Now I'm pressing Control and 0 to get it the right size again. And I just want to save it. Make sure when you finish creating a block, just make sure that at each stage you're saving it, okay? Just in case the machine crashes or something. So that is centered there, but it's out on the sides. I always make sure that my imagery is the same height, by the way, because then you're going to make sure that it's going to fit. So with this particular one, I've got to force it to fit. So the only way I can get this to work is to create a new row. So I probably ask Ness to resize this so that it works the same height as this. Okay. So let's take this now and let's duplicate it for the next one. So we got this one here. So I'm now going to move down to here. I'm going to save the image as. That's a PNG. Save it as JPEG. Okay, so blue. So let's go to settings, go in here. upload the blue one, load without crop, and do this one. So open this up and upload, and we should have this one here, I think. Load without crop. This is the same height, so it'll fit okay. Oh, it's not the same height. So you can see we've added those in there. With a little bit of tweaking, we could get these to be exactly the same. If I put in a row under here, for instance, right, I could then take that, drag that into there, take that, drag that into there. So, but I would ask Nest to get these exactly the same size as each other. It just looks better. So put that in there, drag it in. Same again. Let me just delete this. Okay, same height. Okay. And that is that done. And Nest Jones at the bottom, which we had on the first page. So I could grab that block. So it looks like that's standard. Let me go into blocks. Save this as the standard sign-off block for Nest is that logo. So I'm actually going to save this block. So it seems to be a footer sign-off. So I'm going to call it sign-off footer. Okay, click save. Okay, so now we've done this second page, this Guardian page. I'm just going to preview it. And we've got the nice logo, got everything flowing nicely through. Maybe a bit much space there. So this is where you just tweak things a little bit more. There's quite a lot at the top. I'm going to move that right up. So just minor little touching here to make it better. And maybe, just maybe I'll put a 3 in there as well. So I'm going to go 3. I'm going to add a row. I did this in the first one, how I did this, but I just want that little line to be in there. So let me just copy that. Oops. There, that's good. And maybe a line between here. Maybe. This is just adding a little bit of an element. So this looks really big. If you look on session 1, you'll see why I did this, why I've got this block in here. It actually shows as a 1 pixel line. So have a look at that. Have a look at that on session 1 of this, and it will be clear what's going on. So let's go in this one, do a 3 for here, and I'm looking forward to the new page builder, where I can actually just copy and drag blocks around easier. It's a lot easier to work with because I can't move these blocks into another block. That's why I'm having to create them, and I like to clone everything. It saves valuable seconds. I mean, it's not like it's a ton of time, but it still saves a lot of time when you're doing a ton of them. So let's now put this one in here. Well, I could save myself like 2 minutes here. Okay, let's save that and have a look. So I didn't have any little lines under these parts, but now I will. There you go. Got these nice little lines appearing underneath. It separates it all out nicely. Then we got that bit. and that bit, and then the sign off. So that page is done. It's pretty much the same as this. Let's move on. So we got trainers next. So trainers, I like this image here. Education for dog professionals. So the trainers page is going to say education for dog professionals. I think that's good. So I've finished with that page, this page now. So I'm going to jump back, close all this, and I'm going to set a new page up. So I'm going to add a new page. That page is going to be the page with that little dog on. And I'm going to publish that page as well. Do that as a blank page. And I'm going to drop the header block in so you can see how I'm doing this. I'm just repeating the same thing. I'm just laying out each page. I'm not worrying about linking. This is a big stumbling block to you guys when you're creating stuff, because you look at the big picture. You don't look at like, that little stage first. I work on that little block of that page, then I'll work on that block of that page. You look at the whole thing, you'll go, how do I link to that page? I've got 20 pages to put together. Which is going to be my homepage? You're asking all of these questions before you've got to them, when all you need to think is one page at a time, one block at a time, one page at a time. And once you've got the pages, it's then easy to link between them. So just a little bit of a mindset thing for you guys to think about, that you don't want to look at it as a big job. Okay. My analogy, and I always use this, is like if you've got a car and you've got all of the car is taken apart and spread over the floor, you look at it and you're overwhelmed and you just walk away. Whereas if you break all the bits down, like the parts for the car tire, the parts for the engine, then it starts to become manageable. So when you put those parts together, you can then put them into the car and you start to build the car out. And that's exactly the same way I'm thinking here. So I'm going to go into here for this page, and we're going to be selecting now our little, where is he? There he is, the dog. Let's click and drag him. I love this one. Fabulous. Boom. There he is. So this is going to be slightly different because I only want one. I want 3 columns. I want 3 columns, 1 row. So 3 columns, 1 row. I want to take this and I want to move it into here. It's in a black already, so in a white. So I need to put it into a white, and then I need to come back. So I'm going to grab this. This is the page title, Education for Dog Professionals. So we're going to put that in there, Education for Dog Professionals. Now it's centered as well. So I'm going to go in here and we're going to center it like that. And I want to just make it like that line there. That's not bad. Have we got 2 lines? Nope, it's 1 line, but it's a bit high. So what I'm going to do from the top is I'm going to drag it down so it's like that. I can drag it exactly where I want, and that's it. And I don't really need this part here, so I'm going to actually delete it. It's going to knock it all up, but that's okay because I can drag it back down again. All right. So I'm going to save that. Now I've got our little doggy in position there with our little dog there. And this is just text. So 3 column. Now I created 3 columns last time. Price is booked now for these. I think these go through to her app on Acuity. Yeah, it does. So it's actually off site. She can embed these in here, and I spoke to her about that. But I think I'm going to use what I used before. So I'm going to change it a little bit. Let's take this text first of all, and we'll start adding it. So I'm going to open up my custom blocks here, and I'm going to grab this block, and I've got lots of stuff going on in here. So good. Right. I'm going to take this. Okay. I'm going to take that top line. So I'm changing it a little bit. Hopefully Ness will be like, oh, thank you. That's better. And I'm going to just change this here. So I just want to have a look what we've got. Do you want to be able to while I work? Do you want to be able to while I work? While I work. Okay, that'll do. So nice, that's nice and bold. Hers is just too much. It's too big, and it's all of them. So I'm just hitting the top one, and then we go into these parts afterwards. So this is 3 columns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the block that we already created. So I created a block before for both of her downloads. So I thought it'd be really good to actually use the same block style for these parts here, 1, 2, 3. So it is a bit wider on the screen, but I think we should be okay. So let me just kill these off here, and I can start to adapt these. So inside of this main row, because I've got a row, 2 columns, and inside that I have another row. Do you see I've got a row in a row? So I want to select the main block, and I want to right hand click, and I want to add a new column. Okay. So this might throw things out. Sometimes it causes a bit of a nightmare because it creates multiple. So I'm going to right hand click, and hopefully it's going to delete that column there. Nope, it's gone wrong. So I might have to rebuild it. All right, let's rebuild it. Who cares? Let's go in. Let's go in here and rebuild this. So I can't move that into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a row in a row, and I'm going to rebuild these out. So I'm going to just format this. Let's give it a border of 2. Solid corner radius. I think I've got something like a 10. And I think I'll put it into dark grey. And then I'm going to do the same for this one as well. So 10, border style solid, and then we'll have 2 on there. And then I think this one as well. So border width solid, corner radius 10. There we go. So, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to be duplicating into here. Now I can get rid of this block. Okay. Book now, book now, book now. I think I want to center it. In fact, I'm going to center all of this because it's in a block. And then we'll add the words, and I can just clone it then. So finally, I want to just clone this, and I'm going to change this for the price. So I'm going to make this quite big. Let's make it extra bold. Let's put the size up to 45, so it's really big. And then I'm going to check in here. So here we go. So for 1 hour sessions, let's jump into here. Let's grab this text. Okay, and what's that? 499. Okay. We can make this bold. Price, maybe it's too dark. It's not bad. And because we got it in a block, I could even take a color like this, and I could change the background color. So that's the border color. Right, sorry. Background color there. Let's select something like this, a bit lighter. Just subtle. And now I'm going to do the same for this. So I'm going to clone this out, drop that in there. I'm going to clone this, drop it in here. Clone this, drop it in here. Clone the button, drop it in there. And I'm going to keep doing this. So it doesn't really matter what order, just drag it in and copy and paste. That's it. And put that in there. So back to here. Copy, copy. Here we go. One nine five and 65, 95, 195. 65. 65. Okay, so there we go. And now we can just add and make it a little bit better. If I go in here, the main row, containing row, go vertical top. Then we're going to knock it up the top a little bit. And what I'm planning to do here is change this background. So I want to give a little bit of different color variation going through. And we had that really nice kind of mustardy color. It might be nice to put it into that. Which I think was something like that, or an offshoot of it. So something like that. Now you could change that as well. So you can just add a little bit of a different effect. Maybe that will be black in there or something. I don't know. And you could even change the colors to reflect that as well. But I think I'll just, for now, I'll just leave it in here. This one might be quite nice as gray. Let's take the gray. Okay, or even white against there. Don't like that. I'm going to put that into the black with the white text. So you've got something different. Now, what I need to do is on here, I want to knock it down. So I'm adding a little bit of bottom space until it matches what I've got to the others. This one's a bit less. So I need to come down a little bit more. That's good. So I'm using a block to knock the rest down. Good. So there we go. We've added that in there. You could do that in a color if you wanted to as well. Let's click save to that. And so what we've got here is we've got these blocks going along here, but inside of our Zenler site, we've got something that looks a bit cooler. So let's just do this, and you can see you've got these nice little blocks going along. You might want to push this down a little bit more so it meets there, but you can see it gives you like a really nice impression there of those kind of blocks. And I added animation to this button right at the beginning, so the animation is coming across as well. So sometimes you need to overshoot. It's a little bit of guesswork. You can do this and then you can refresh and hope it's going to kick down till you get the right route. I don't know why it does this. It sometimes does it. It's a bit strange, but takes a few minutes to get it sorted. There you go, and done. So that is that bit. So the signature program, this is its very own block down here. And then we come right to the bottom. So the signature program. Okay, let's try something here. Let's duplicate this out. Let's go inside this block and delete. And now inside here, this is all about time saving. Delete this column. Oh, and that's what happens sometimes. It should just go. All right. All right. Okay. Let's create a new row here. Let's put a row in a row. Let's go and add our corner radiuses at 10. Border it 2. And this will be the signature program. Which is the high ticket, I'm guessing. Yeah. So I think with this, I'm going to make it bigger because it is the signature program here. So if I make this, I think I had a size of about 38, and I'm going to put it in the serious color, which is black, and that will be good. There's not a book button. I probably have a book button for this, but there isn't one. I think if I was Ness, I would put this above. Because it being at the bottom, it's almost like Ness is like, this is what she's charging, but I know it's a lot, so I'll put it down the bottom, you know. Whereas actually be bold about it. Say, this is what I'm charging. It's my signature program. This is what you want. However, I have 1 hour for 1 hour mentoring sessions, a 90-minute session and a 30-minute session where you can get information from me, but this is our signature program. So be bold about it, put it right up front. Don't be embarrassed by the price. Don't be worried about that. Okay, so that's cool. That's done, I think. So I could save that out and check it out in here, and I think I've got something really nice. So nice and clean in there. I think it looks better than the Weebly site there. So now the About Us page. So on the About Us page, we're going to come back in the last session and finish it because it is 2:02. I'm getting carried away. So we've only got these 4 pages to go. The contact page is very simple there. We're going to have that banner. We've got this. This is I have to be set up with code, so it's going to be simple. So we haven't got that much to do. We've got the blog to. I want to set up the styling for the blog, but I'm not going to put all the blogs in. But you can see already that the site is coming together. So I also need to link the menu system to those pages so you can see how that works. And I'm going to do that in 2 hours time. Well, 1 hour 58 minutes. And I almost didn't look at the clock, so I could have gone on for another hour. So I'm going to now end this session. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We spent an hour with Kevin there. We've still got 2 hours left. To finish the rest of this will take about an hour, something like that, an hour and a half. And then I've got some questions to mop up that we had from the Facebook group. And then this day with Zenler is coming to an end. So, guys, yeah, I can see there's a few people watching and seeing what I'm saying. So yeah, it's really good. I really appreciate you guys being here supporting as well. I need a rescue. So Gary, I realise, yeah, you just need to take it slowly. If you watch the first one, because I'm referring to columns and rows within rows, I actually do it a lot clearer in the first one. This is more about no one's with me, so I'm doing things quicker. Yeah, but all it means is you've got a row. Okay, you can format the row in lots of ways. You can put a border around it, color with it, but you can also put columns and rows inside a row cell, so inside a column in the row. Okay, so that then gives you control over that because you've got sets of commands with rows that you can add to it, and if you put a row in a row, you can add commands to that row, and you could even do a row in a row in a row, which I've done before. So and you've seen that where I put the paw print. I had a containing row of 3, then I put 3 row in there, and then I put 3 in there so that I could contain the paw. It's something you've really got to just play around with on the platform, and then it's like, oh yeah, I get it, I've got control over that, I can move that minutely, rather than stick it in one row and the image just go whoo, huge. Okay, you can control it by rows. So guys, I'm going to see you in about 1 hour 56 minutes time. That brings us to the end of the second live, and we are 2/3 of our way through A Day with Zenler for June. See you later, guys.